Good morning. It's May 17th. I'm starting from the condo building today, and as you can see, our trees, which I remember when they were very little when the place was built, are blooming out here. Again, I think these are mountain ash. Um, just definitely spring. I'm just walking home, which is not very long, but I'm going to stretch it out a little bit by walking down by the lake, so we'll get a little bit of the lake, even though I'm not walking all the way around the lake today. Yeah, it's very, very springy now, which it ought to be, May 17th. Happens to be my wife's birthday, so we're having a birthday party over here tonight. Then we'll have another one for my birthday when it comes along in July. I'll be in Moose Jaw actually on my birthday, interviewing Robert J. Sawyer on stage at the Festival of Words. But in July, we will have a do, as they say, to mark my birthday. I'm planning to do a recital for friends and invitees, calling it a senior moment with Edward Willett. Ed sings as many of his favorite songs as he can still remember the words to, which isn't quite true, but that's the jokey theme of it. I'll probably do, I don't know, 40, 45 minutes, something like that. Boy, I hate these scooters cluttering up the sidewalk. So, of course, the lake is over there. We will cross here. There's the college building. I'm going to go this way around the soundstage. Just to stretch this out a bit. College Avenue here. Oh, I forgot. I actually was supposed to drop books off here at Sask Books, and I forgot to bring them, so I'll do that next week. Sask Books is located, offices are located in here, and they're back in now. Everybody got chased out for a while they dealt with a bat problem. Apparently, bats had gotten into the upper parts of the ceiling and had to be dealt with. And you'd think, well, it's an old building, except it isn't really. It's a facade with a brand new building inside it, basically. I guess some of the structural steel is still there from the original building, but otherwise there's not much left of the, used to be the art department was around here. So you get this lovely bit of art from days gone by. And the university art department was here. John Hopkins, Regina Soundstage, they were more in the college building. When I first came to Regina, the theater department was in this building. I remember going to a play in a theater up on the second floor, I think. Well, actually, I think it probably took up 2 floors because it was heavily raked. And um, anyway, there's the entrance. That tower still has the old building part in it, but otherwise it's all new. Back during the war, this was used for training. And before and maybe after that, it was what they called the normal school, teachers' college. So it's been a few things over the years. And now it's a soundstage and offices for various creative associations, including Creative Saskatchewan, which is the organization I just did a grant application to for book production for the coming season of Shadowclaw Press. The side of it as well, and then it leads directly to the CBC up there, CBC building. Hello. Live streaming my walk. We know each other. Um, those are pretty new buildings over there. Those ones, the older ones, are still here. I don't. Well, I guess I will walk around the CBC in that direction. I can't go this way. Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, not what it once was. Sad shadow of its former self, if you ask me. There's the soundstage portion. Connects over there. I think the Saskatchewan archives are in here now. Anyway, we'll go this way. Apartment building over there. Various businesses and things over here. And what was, when I first moved to Regina, community gardens right in that area. But not anymore. All this was built. Well, it seems like it was just built, but I guess it's been 20 years probably. Time flies when you're having fun. The Naked Bean over there is one of my daughter's favorite coffee shops if she wants to get something. We stopped there quite a bit because it used to be on the way to dance competition at the Center of the Arts or at the university, which are both up this way. There's this side of the CBC. Also a subway over there we used to stop at sometimes. I have walked over there a few times. Down, all the way down Badham Boulevard there. Named after a city councillor who died in a car accident. Canadian Blood Services used to be Canadian Red Cross until they split blood services from the Red Cross. I think I'll cut across the grass here. Give a nice view of CBC from this side. This used to be where the CNIB building was, Canadian National Institute for the Blind. They tore it down and they were going to build something else, but then apparently the proper procedures were not followed and that thing was never built. So I don't know what the end result's going to be here, if they'll build something new or if they'll just revert it to parkland. I don't know. Actually headed over that way. So I'll cut through the grass again up here and over the old building site. Oh, barely saw him there. Nobody's chasing you. They have two options. They either freeze and hopes you don't see them, which almost worked, or they run away. He clearly wasn't too scared of me because he barely budged. Just trotted off a few feet. All right, so we'll join the park walkway up here. Or else I'll go this way. Maybe I'll go this way. I'll just walk on this sidewalk up here. The lake is over there, trust me. It's kind of out of my way to go down to it. Well, yeah, I'll rejoin it a little further down and get a look at the lake before I go home. There's still rain in the forecast for over the next few days, but it keeps varying how much they think we'll get. We were supposed to get a lot, and then that seems to have dissipated. There's the legislative building over there. So that's the other side of the lake. So coming this way, I'll be going by the new pool entrance. Don't know when it opens. Could be this weekend. It's the long weekend. That's sometimes when these things open. Or they might wait until June. I don't know. Maybe there'll be a sign when we go by the entrance. I'm not much of a recreational swimmer, so I've never been in the pool there. or the previous version of the pool there. I used to like to go swimming just for fun as a kid, but somewhere along the way I lost that. Went in the pool a few times when Alice was little to help her, but eventually it got to the point where I'd just as soon watch as go in the water. It's like once you're in there, you're wet, and then what? Nothing. There's nothing to do except be wet. I know, stick in the mud. You can't read anything in the pool very easily. Lots of scooters in front of the pool. And somebody in a yellow jacket, so they may be getting it geared up to open this weekend. There's clearly activity around it. That's the second yellow jacket I've seen go by. Yellow vest. There is a concession stand up here that seems to be open year round. It was open even when I walked by here in the winter. Oh, I just felt a drop of rain. I hope it doesn't do more than that as I continue this way. So there's the lake through the trees over there. Again, that's the credit union building there. And then coming into view is the back of Dark Hall, which is where we'll be doing Beauty and the Beast next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Four shows. One on Friday, two on Saturday, one on Sunday. And the college building beyond that. Oh, actually, I think there's people in the pool, so I guess it's open. Yeah, it is open. Okay, well, there you go. That answers that question. No. Oh, I thought I saw a head in the pool. I did, but it's not in the water. It's somebody down in the bottom. So yeah, they're still working on it. And I heard children's voices, so I thought they were children in the pool, but no, there's the water slides over there. No water in the pools yet, so still a ways from opening. But this concession stand has been open year round. You can get burgers and all sorts of things. And then there's the playground over here. There's always been a playground here, but all this equipment is very much newer than when my daughter played in this area. As I mention frequently, she's now 22, almost 23 next month. So playgrounds aren't nearly as important to her as they once were, although she has a kid of her own at some point, they'll become more important again. I hope she does. I think I'd like to be a grandfather. I don't like to think of myself as being old enough to be a grandfather. Oh, there's some canoeists framed by the trees. Of course, geese. There are always geese. Now here we come down to the lake. Saskatchewan Lake. Oh, there's a classic canoeist in front of the legislative building. Probably not close enough to make it my thumbnail, but still kind of a classic shot. Oh, and they've got the aeration fountain going over there. There's two of those. There's one here, and there's one over on the other side of the lake. A little sort of pool. That's to keep oxygen in the water, so the growth of algae and stuff doesn't result in a lack of oxygen for the fishies. The gazebo, which I have performed in and been to a wedding at. I look at the fountain and the ledge, as we call it. Saskatchewan Legislative Building. There's some ducks as well. Okay, let's see. Maybe I presume that fence is still up here with the Sinkhole. I'm going to cut across the grass. We'll go by this sculpture that's over here that I haven't walked by recently. There's the Royal Saskatchewan Museum over there. Some trees are more budded out than others. It depends on the tree. This sculpture here, which is kind of cool. They're sort of pinwheels. Just remind myself of what this one is for. The Honoring Tree 2011, celebrating the 100th anniversary of the 1910 settlement of people of African ancestry in Regina, Saskatchewan. There you go. It's a nice one. I like that one. I'll carry on this way to the crosswalk, and then the familiar couple of blocks home. Oof. Albert Street up there, you see the cars going by, that's what we have to cross. I have a choice. Do I go that side or this side? Doesn't really matter. I'll go this side. The kids playing hide and seek or something in the trees. Some sort of game. Field trip, maybe. This is the time of year for it. That looks like a lilac tree there. Lilac bush. Yes, it's a cherry tree. It's cherries. And here, of course, is the Albert Street Bridge. We have to cross here. Some more blossoms poking up above the roof of that house over there. We're flying the legislative flag. I mean, the Kingwood Legislative Building. The Union Jack on the bridge. I'm not sure why. Oh, because it's Victoria Day. That's why. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, it's a long light. I wasn't paying attention, or I would have done the same. As we wait, looking up Albert Street toward downtown, looking down the bridge, must be changing. There we go. Of course, bits of Beauty and the Beast songs keep running through my head. Even more so next week as we start running the show in its entirety. Our first complete run through with costumes is Sunday, but we're not in the theater yet. That's in another location at Lakeview United Church in their gym, like this house. I know who owns it, but I've never been inside it. Then our actual move into the theater is on Monday. They're doing tech on Tuesday, so we're not called. And then Wednesday we have our full dress. Thursday we have a full dress. And then we open on Friday. Harrington Mews, where Wally Knight lives, in charge of Excalibur, my YA fantasy series. There's supposed to be an electrician coming to our house to work on our extension, but there's been no sign of him this morning. Here's some bird song now that we're away from Albert Street and its noise. Some of the nicest houses are along Albert Street, but that busy street out front is kind of a downer, if you ask me. I know a lot of them have lots of trees in front and probably soundproofed as much as they can, but still. Oh, hello. Somebody new. I have no idea what that means, but hello. It says put legend. Not sure what you're getting at with that. Some nice houses along here too that I like. Done in about 5 minutes here. So it'll be longer than just an ordinary walk from downtown. But still, not as long as my longest, which are usually over an hour. But I haven't done one. Well, I did one. I guess the one I did along the creek was an hour on Monday. A lot of houses used to have those awnings. Ours used to have that kind of awning, if we see the old pictures. People got away from them, but especially on a sunny house, they probably moderate the temperature quite a bit inside if you don't have air conditioning. And nobody would have had air conditioning originally in these houses. We installed it. We only installed it when we moved in 20. When was that? 2008, 2009 is when we moved into the house. No, earlier than that. 2006, I think, maybe. One of the things, since I was going to be working from home, I insisted we put in air conditioning. We also put in a new furnace, and we already had to replace it. So far, the air conditioning seems to be working fine, but I don't know how much longer it'll be before it has to be replaced. The furnace we replaced had been there probably since the 50s. So we put in this latest new thing in 2005 or 6, and "17 years later, we had to put in another one." Meanwhile, the refrigerator we're still using is an International Harvester that was bought in 1955 and has worked constantly since. The only work we've ever had done on it was to put a new plug on it because it started to shock us. Good morning. Trying to read the name. Shan? Fortunately, I'm not the only one who needs to mow the grass right now. I don't think anybody has done it along here yet. Well, maybe they have over there. Yeah, the dandelions are starting to head out, so I want to get it mowed down before they go to seed. Our yard is kind of patchy anyway because it's so shady. Needs new grass, but that's still a ways down the road. Hi, Tiffany. Coming in at the tail end here. I'm about to quit. I'm going to quit right here, in fact. So, thanks for walking with me. If you're just coming in, you can watch what came before by watching the replay, of course. And with the show coming up, I don't know if I'll get anything done this weekend walking-wise, but we'll see. Anyway, that's it for now. Goodbye.